A link between the blessing of God and the productivity of man.
I heard one presidential candidate in the last election said that we should stop doing night vigil, that we are no more productive.
Nigeria is not producing anything. That's why the only thing that is attractive here is politics and church.
It is illegal, it's unrighteous for a preacher to say there is something called miracle money. Meanwhile, those kind of things thrive now because we're in an age where Babylon has made us foolish. Any money that you don't do something to get, the financial police of Ghana, what they call it? In Nigeria, we call it EFCC. They should arrest you. So the alert you are getting and you are calling miracle money. Who sent it? It came from Angel Michael.
Miracle alert will enter your phone.
He cannot. He's stealing. You cannot. There's no miracle. You cannot get money by miracle. I can tell you that. I'm born into church. My brother is a reverend father. He has never prayed and money came into his.
What about grace? Some people have grace.
No. That's what I'm saying. The grace is after hard work. God can bless hard work.
The tailor produced the cloth. For producing the cloth, he is permitted to get money. The dry cleaner dry cleaned the cloth. He didn't produce it, but he rendered a dry cleaning service. For producing that service, he is entitled to money. Only fraudsters and magicians want to get money without producing anything. Produce something, either a good or a service. Like we have said before, there are many people who are paying everybody for the things the people did for them or produced for them, but they are doing nothing for which they will be paid. You send for food produced by somebody that was served by another person. Question is, what did you produce? It may not be the physical, tangible product. What about service?
We have the basic education, and that is what is lacking here. We've not been able to train people properly to have proper education that will make them conduct themselves properly, be productive. Because we live largely in a very unproductive society. Nigeria is not producing anything. The only thing that that's why the only thing that is attractive here is politics and church. You need to dismantle it. People need to be productive.
The response from Tinubu's wife, Remi Tinubu, and Eneche to Peter Obi's response and some Pentecostal leaders calling for, prayer days and 40 days praying and fasting, for economic turnaround. It's laughable. It's senseless to me. The truth is, prayer can't change it. Prayer can't change it. There's something I've observed. The truth is, we speak of hypocrisy. Can you agree with me, you watching this as a Christian, that if we are weak believers, weak Christians, to me, we seem to be more hypocritical. Yeah. Now, before Tinubu hijacked power, rigged election, that European Union, even confirmed that the election was flawed and everything. Didn't he know? He should know, as in, you have hijacked power, you have rigged power, and he should be able to rule the country. But you fail to do that. There are things prayer cannot do. I'm a man of prayer. Everybody know I'm a man of prayer. I believe in prayer because I have a mindset that it is divinity that controls humanity. Do you understand? But however, there are things prayer had its limit. Prayer had its limit. When Jesus needed to get a task to pay Caesar, what happened? He told Peter, go and fish. The first fish you can open, but you see, but it has been begged. Go and fish, go and walk. So what Peter Obi is trying to say in essence, I saw a man of God, you saw in the video, say that I heard what somebody said that we should stop doing VG. Where in Peter Obi's speech did he say you should stop doing VG? What Peter Obi simply say is this: you cannot have people pray, going for VG Monday to Saturday to Friday. It is senseless, absolutely senseless. I want to ask you a question. Let's be realistic. The reason most folks you see in Nigeria today go for prayer here, prayer there, it's not because of problem. Because of job, because of the prayer here, prayer there. If you are occupied, you have a job, a good job, where paid you are living well, I can tell you the truth. You will only go to church not because you have a problem. You will go to those vigils not because you have a problem. You go to those vigils because you just want to communicate with your maker. You go to church because you want to have a relationship with your maker, not because of problem. 99% of the prayer being prayed today in church in Nigeria is for problem. Oh God, take this away, take this away. Peter Obey said that if all these problems are fixed, they are fixed. Do you understand? The problem will be reduced. People will not go to church, go to vigil because they want to have relationship with God. They will not go to vigil because it is necessary, not because problem want to push me to vigil in church A, vigil in church B, vigil in church. So the way the Christian get this speech, just twisted, is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. You are not a village boy, a village woman to misunderstand this simple sentence Peter Obi just made. Simple statement. That are calling 40 days economic turnaround. Oga, Daddy, the Pentecostal Christian leader, Daddy Francis Waloke, please, sir, did you guys also call for 40 days prayer turnaround before Tinubu went to buy yacht, went to buy the brand new jet, when you know that the country is broke? Did you also call for prayer, when they project over to a certain billion to renovate Vice President House that was just renovated before now? Did you also do 40 days? We are too hypocritical Christians. We are too hypocritical, especially among our clergymen. We don't like telling ourselves the truth. We too hypocritical, too much.
If you stop people from stealing public money and use public money for public good, you make politics unattractive. It shouldn't be. What we're doing here is state capture. Is a criminalized entity. So you have stolen the country or the state, so you steal everything that is there. That must stop. The church must teach morals. Church must work. And we're going to turn night vigil into night shift. So people can be productive. We're not saying you shouldn't go to church. I go to church, I believe in God.
Yes.
But we cannot have people Monday to Friday be in church morning and night. No, because they don't run the church like Catholic Church. They don't run it on helmets full of grace. They collect money, and that money has to be a function of productivity. So they need to work on it. So these are things we need to work on. So people have to touch the right thing, remain prayerful, remain everything, but you must go to church, must go to work, because it is the work that helps the society. Society must
Not
be productive.
prayer.
No. Prayer is after work. God can only bless hard work. He cannot bless you for sleeping. Said if you like, you forget about what anybody tells you. Anybody who tells you that you got a lot from praying should be arrested. You guys stolen somebody's money. Simple.
Raise your phone. Miracle alert will enter your phone.
He cannot. He's stealing. You cannot. There's no miracle. You cannot get money by miracle. I can tell you that. I'm born into church. My brother is a reverend father. He has never prayed and money came into his...
What about grace? Some people have grace.
No. That's what I'm saying. The grace is after hard work. God can bless hard work. God can bless productivity. God can bless an industry. God cannot bless somebody who is sleeping. It has never happened anywhere in the world. In fact, in the Bible, they say there's no food for those who didn't work. They should not be fed. So it's very clear. Jesus worked miracles by going around and blessing productivity. There's never any place where Jesus did anything and somebody had money or prosperity. Prosperity came to those who worked. That's it.
But they say if you pay tithes, the doors of heaven will open unto you.
After you've worked, that tithe is given to God, to humanity. So if you go to hospital, it's tithe. If you help poor people, it's tithe. If you give it to church, it's tithe. But that tithe must be a product, must come from productivity for God to continue to bless whatever you do to do it. But if you just stay and come and borrow money from me and go and pay tithe, it will never double. Unless you are.
What Peter Obi say is very, very simple. There is time for prayer. There is time for God. There is time for church. There is time for everything. But do you know that there are some person, especially that Nigeria, they be like, when I pray, food will land, manna will come. The days of manna has passed. When I pray, bank alert is a lie. Baba, that is a lie. If money enter your account was transferred from somewhere, it came from the source, is a lie. We've got to stop all this deception. What Peter Obi has said is not a big words. It is clear, very clear for even a blind man labor to understand. There's no ambiguity in what Peter Obi has said. Except those who just want to, who just choose to blind, their brain against the truth. You understand? Saying not to face the fact. I see nothing wrong with what Peter Obi has said. Please, guys, what's your take on this? Do me a favor by giving this a thumbs up and please share. Let every other person see it. If today is your first time coming across my video, I want to say big thank you for stopping by. This Holy Ghost platform, a platform that tell you all diluted truth. Thanks and God bless you. Do me a favor by liking this video and please share. Somebody will learn from it. God bless you.
Statement. Do you agree with him or not? He said that if he would rather turn night vigils into night shifts so that people can be more productive. I tend to agree with what he said. What do you think?
Well, I think the night vigils are not the problem. The problem is that our society has not created such opportunities that allow people to work night and day. Because if they do, even where people work night and day, people still do night vigils. So I don't think night vigils is the problem. The problem is the opportunities that allow people to work day and night have not been created. Because in countries where people work day and night, people still do night vigils. Prayer is not a problem. It's just that the enabling environment to do those kind of jobs is yet to be created.
There are night jobs here. The security, you work security morning and night. So there are night jobs here.
But I don't.
There's nurses and doctors work morning and night.
Yeah.
So we do have night jobs. So what Peter Obi is saying is we spend all our time doing night vigil when we can be more productive.
I agree with him. A society that ought to thrive shouldn't spend the whole time in church. I've said it many times. That's why I said you don't need God to succeed.
Okay.
It was a whole teaching, and I was taking time to explain that what God has given you the ability to do, don't wait for him to do it for you.
Yeah. For you, yeah.
All right? So you've got to do what you've got to do to get your society to function. There are even societies who don't even believe in the existence of God, and they're doing very well physically, economically, and otherwise. So those are the kind of things I was explaining.